Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bass Boys Outdoors. Today I'm just gonna kind of be going over like how to really fish if you're on a budget and you're looking for pretty good rods when you don't have like $200-300 to spend on just like fishing rods, and like how you can make the best of like getting out on the water with a less expensive boat, and some like easy ways you can get cheaper tackle and really get out there and fish without spending like thousands of dollars. So to start out, I want to talk about like the rods and stuff that you can get that are pretty reasonable in price. So first, I have this favorite 7-foot medium heavy Whitebird rod, and I think Favorite's got it on their website now at like $50 before shipping and handling. It's a good rod. It's got good sensitivity at the tip, and it's very durable. And for a reel, I just got a Lew's just speed spool reel, and I think that runs around anywhere between $50 and $60 for the reel. So like this whole thing right here costs you like $100, maybe $120, depending on what reel you went with. But it's a pretty inexpensive reel, and I know Favorite has some combos up that you can get for like $120 to like $140 if you're looking for like just a straight combo. You don't want to buy the rod and the reel separate. You can do that as well. And the second one I want to show is this Abu Garcia Ultra Max combo. You can pretty much buy this anywhere that sells fishing rods. So I got this at like Dick's or Field and Stream, whichever one you have near you. But this is, I think, $80 for the rod and the reel. And if you like sign up for the Dick's card that they have, or like the points or whatever, you can probably knock a lot. I ended up getting it. I had enough points built up. I ended up getting it for $40. So, and this comes with like I said, the Abu Garcia Ultra Max reel, and it has a 6'6" or 6'9" medium heavy rod. So it's a pretty good rod. I mean, it's not obviously the best you could get, but for the money, it's definitely a great rod. And like as far as like tackle goes, you don't have to go out and buy like the most expensive tackle you can find to catch fish. You can catch fish with like just about anything. So any lure you can find will catch a fish. So instead of going out and buying like a $6 bag of like soft plastics, you can go out and buy like a $2 bag of soft plastics and still probably catch just as many fish as you would have with the $6. But also like Mystery Tackle Box, and I know Lucky Tackle Box kind of does the same thing. But they have tackle where you can buy it, like you buy a subscription and they send you a box each month, and that is pretty good as well, because it allows you to use different lures like that you wouldn't use, you wouldn't go out and buy if you didn't have, like, they didn't send them to you. So I think so this is like a good, like if you were looking for something like if you wanted to ask for Christmas or your birthday or something like that, you could get a 6-month subscription. I think for the regular Mystery Tackle Box, it's like $180 maybe for 6 months, which is really good, because like last month in June, like they sent like they sent me this crankbait right here, which is like $12 originally, and like these jigs are $6. So like right there, you're looking at like you're looking at 20 bucks worth of tackle right in these two, like these two things, and then like in these hooks. So, and I think if you break it down like month-wise, you'd only be paying 18 bucks a month or something, and just in those like 3 pieces of tackle, you've already exceeded what you will be paying a month. So it is a better deal. The only thing I would say about the mystery tackle box is you will probably have to buy tackle outside of this, but it's definitely like a good thing. Like if you want this for like a present from somebody, it definitely helps because you will get your money's worth out of it. It's just you might not, like, they send me a lot of deep diving crankbaits, and where we do like a lot of pond fishing and stuff, it's not, you don't have a whole lot of need for a super deep diving crank, like a 15-foot deep diving crankbait if you're fishing in like a 12-foot pond, like you're just going to be dragging on the bottom and getting hung up and stuff. So, but they send a lot of like very helpful stuff, and they send you like a little book on like what's in there and like how to like use the tackle, and they got videos up of like the tackle that they send you and it being effective and everything else like that. So that is that for the rods and the tackle. Next, I kind of want to show you the boat that I have. And a lot of people think, you know, you got to have like the top of the line, like a bass boat, to really go out there and catch fish. And yeah, they're really nice and I would love to have one, but me being 20 years old and being in college, that's not really in the budget right now. So we went ahead and got just like a 16-foot, it's an extra deep, extra wide John boat, and this thing does everything you possibly could need just to fish. Like, don't get me wrong, you wouldn't want to go to like a big lake tournament. Obviously, we don't have like, I just have like just a Minn Kota 50-pound thrust trolling motor in the front, in the back, and then a 36-pound trolling motor in the front. Like I said, you wouldn't want to go fish like a big lake with this, but as like in a tournament. But as far as like just getting out on the water, this is definitely like a good boat for just getting out and going fishing. So, and I think this boat right here, my dad knew the guy we bought it from, so we got a pretty good deal. I think it was somewhere around 900 bucks for just a boat. And so the boat being like around 900 bucks, but it was just bare bones. There was nothing. It was just like the boat and the trailer, which is a very good deal. But we did everything to it. Like, we put floorboards in the boat, we laid the carpet. My cousin Kyle, who's a really good carpenter, he helped me put the front deck on and everything, and we carpeted it and then put the motors on and everything. And if you go out and like, if you want to buy like a John boat like this, you can easily find one around you for $1,000 or less. It might not be as big as this one, but if you're looking for like just a big John boat like this, the 16-foot extra deep, extra wide is definitely the way to go. Like, you can fit, we've had 3 people in this boat, and I can stand like on the nose of it, and the balance is just, it's awesome for the money. This boat is definitely awesome for the money. But if you're looking for a boat, like, you can find a boat, you can find 14-foot just regular John boats all day long with trolling motors. Like, they come ready to fish with a trailer and everything for like between 800 and 1,200 bucks, just depending on where you're at. But I wanted to kind of customize this boat and make it to where, like, how I wanted to use it. So that's why that's why I wanted to get this one that had nothing done to it, so I could do everything like and make it how I want to. And it's still not done. Like, I'm going to get a fish finder in a few days to put on here. We're going to change this seat right here because it's in the way when you're fishing on this front deck. So we're going to get it to where like you can really remove it like completely out of the floor, so it can make for more room up here. So like if I'm going fishing with like Josh or Griffin or Brian or somebody, we can get 2 people up on the front deck without really like hanging a hook in each other. So you can do that. And like motors, I know like I know like the Field and Stream here in Charlottesville, you can buy a 55-pound Thrush trolling motor for like $250, and the front, like you can buy a front control motor for, I think there's around like 300 and something, 320 or something like that. But like you don't absolutely have to have a front control motor. It's not like a necessity to have it, but if you want to fish like from the front of the boat with a front deck, I would really recommend it. And actually I have this motor that's hand controlled, which was given to me by my uncle, so off his old boat, so that's why I have that right now. But I am eventually going to get a foot control motor, because that makes it 10 times easier to actually fish and move the boat as well, especially on those windy days where this John boat in the wind, the one thing about it is in the wind it does move around in the water a good amount. You're gonna have to really kind of like, if you're trying to fish, you're gonna have to run that trolling motor constantly to keep it, you know, keep it where you want it. But other than that, this boat is definitely a good bet, a good way to go. And so yeah, a foot control motor would probably be your best bet. And if you are just fishing from the front, you can go without a back motor. I would probably not recommend that, because then like if you get into sticky situations where you're in like, you know, you run up into like a foot of water or something and it's too shallow for the front control motor, you have no back. But like I said, if you're fishing on a budget, you can make it work with just the one motors until you can like get the 2. So you don't have to have it completely set up exactly how you want it before you go fishing. But definitely if you're in, and you can get like, if you want to get like, if you're like got $2,500 or like 35, somewhere like in there, you can find a bass boat that you can buy. Like I know Josh, he didn't pay, I don't know how much exactly he paid for his boat, but he didn't pay a whole lot for it. Now he had to do some work to it, but if you can do the work yourself like he did, then you can definitely go the bass boat route. And I know like when I get out of school, I'm definitely gonna invest in a really good bass boat. But like I said, if you're just looking for something to get on rivers with, or just, you know, go out on the weekends or something and just fish and not really like have to worry about like a tournament or something like that, then definitely a John boat is definitely the way to go for that. And it's a little bit cheaper than especially if you live like around here. Like there's not a whole lot, like I know like if you live in the Charlottesville like area, like Scottsville, anywhere in there, there's not a whole lot of places to fish around here where you can use a gas powered motor, except if you go like on the river or somewhere like that. So really having a gas powered motor, having a gas motor is good, except for the fact if you're on one of those lakes, you're just pulling around dead weight with your front control motor and it's kind of just in the way. But it's definitely, you know, it's good to have that if you're going to go somewhere like Lake Ann or Smith Mountain Lake, or, you know, Lake Moomaw or somewhere like that, where you can really run gas powered motors and stuff. So I hope this kind of helped anybody who was kind of struggling with fishing on a budget, and really like let you know like what you can and like, what you can get with the amount of money that you have. And you know, it's decent and you can really make it work. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on Bass Boys Outdoors.